But I won't fall for your insecurity. But to this fact you might be blind. Don't you tell me it's over before you finally walk away. I'm telling you I won't fall for deception. With the greatest good, got to a better way. We gotta fight to ignite the light of the greatest good. It's all there can be.
everybody, welcome to episode 16. Yes, we've been doing this for 16 weeks now of Enoch Sunday Smoke Show. That is, let's see, that would be 15 joints and one brownie. 16 joints and one brownie. Thanks again for tuning in for this week's episode. If you're unfamiliar, what is Enoch Sunday Smoke Show? Well, this is a contentless show where I come to talk to you about how my week has been, what's going on in my work life, and what's going on with you guys in chat. I am here to interact with you guys in the chat, and I love it. I love you guys, so thank you for showing up. I'm almost everything I do in this community is for the community. I'm part of the community too, so I want to say a shout out to Diane M, Zane, Star Angel, Joan Up, a Gray 710, Texas Tiger, Pyanon, I'm Glover, in my tree 420, Gunfag, what's up? Thanks for showing up tonight. This week has been a very special week. Two things going on, two big things that happened this week. One was the Veronica Wolski tribute to bannering bridges across the world, and that is exactly what happened. I am glad to say that we had Japan, Italy, and the United States for sure show up and go and banner bridges, and I want just to give it a shout out, because when they say where we go one, we go all worldwide, we really fucking mean it here. All right, we absolutely mean it, and I want to give a shout out to all you patriots out there that participated in this project to tribute Veronica Wolski and letting her legacy live on through us with taking over bridges and showing banners with messages that we find very important to us. So I just want to say thank you to everybody there. Here, let me fix this. Also, we had this week with the Green Dragon Project, which is also another worldwide project. We're coming up with our logo designs for our shirts finally. So coming up on Tuesday on Night Shift with Enoch and Sandra, we will be judging the submissions for the Green Dragon Worldwide logo, which then will officially put on shirts. And that's because you guys have been asking for them. So that's what so two big worldwide updates were happening this week. You guys, what about that support from Japan? Like, we get it. We get it. I'm honored to have such a support from the Japanese Patriot base. And I just want to give a shout out to you American Patriots. Let you know you guys got to step up your game. We're starting to get a little bit outworked by our worldwide Patriot community, and I'd like to see us step up our game, because if these people can do it in countries where they have less rights than us, then what's that say about us as a community? So just in general, let's step it up. Let's keep organizing. Let's keep building our community. Let's keep spreading out, uniting, and getting things done, because that's very important. Getting things done is important. Anybody can talk the talk, but unless you're walking the walk, what are you going to do? Am I right? Can I get some fire in the chat for walking the walk? That is absolutely what we need to do. Shout out for Simple Rick. Thanks for showing up. If you guys have any questions for me, feel free to drop them in chat. I'll be more than welcome to go over some of them as well. I'm so glad that I did not mute myself for that whole intro, because that was quite the rant. I hadn't started with a rant in a while, and that's usually how I start my episodes, is with a nice little rant before I break up my weed and get smoking. So if you guys want to smoke with me, now's your opportunity to start getting that ready. I myself, it is that time of the year where this might not look like anything special, but there we go. This is what an untrimmed bud looks like. Just one untrimmed bud. We're going to test it out tonight. So I'm going to get to work on that. We have Love for All Trumpet B Old Truther. Hello, friend. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Thanks for showing up. We have, you guys, what's going on? What's going on in your life this week? This week I had 2 episodes of Night Shift with Enoch and Sandra, the Tuesday's episode, the meme contest, are it's kind of funny because we did we do a meme contest and I love it. And Gunfag, you're in chat here. We'd love to get you over there to either submit a meme or be a judge one of these weeks. Just a shout out for you. Um, it's an amazing show. If you haven't checked it out, I'll post links Tuesdays and Thursdays. Obviously, it's a show that I can't do here on YouTube. So we are going to actually I have news. We are now going to start streaming over to the Tiger Network, which is Jim Watkins' version of a streaming service, and I'm actually thrilled and honored to be heading over there to do our show because Jim's someone I absolutely support. I absolutely support Jim and what he's doing. It's going to be a place where we're pretty much going to be safe from being deplatformed, which is going to be very important moving forward with the more liberal the fucking social media is getting, as we're seeing with YouTube shutting down all the anti-vaxxing content this week. It's only going to be a matter of time before I go poof here as well. There's going to be some interviews that I have set up to do in the future that I know are not going to be interviews that I can get done on YouTube as well. And I just wanted to give you a heads up on that. I'm still in contact with Mindy Robinson. She's been an absolute pillar in her community for getting subpoenas out for potential for audits there in Nevada. And she's also, I believe, going to be running for Nevada House seat or a Senate seat here again, like she did in 2020. What's up, Coffee Talk with Sandra? How are you doing today? We got some fire in chat. We got some fire in chat. What else has happened in my life this week? The drama. There's always drama going on, isn't there, guys? Like, everyone calls for unity, but yet people just fucking ban people or kick them out if they disagree. Like, we have to come to terms with the fact that we're going to disagree about things, guys. It's absolutely the only way forward when building community is knowing that there's going to be people in our own community that support the same things we do, but don't think like us and don't agree with us and have their own perspective and opinions on things. We can't just shut them down. We can shut down trolls, we can shut down spammers, we can shut down Trump coins, but I do not understand why we sit back and censor our community to such a point where if someone disagrees with you, you kick them or you boot them out of somewhere. That's not how I treat any of the places I'm at, and I can't wait to see more of the community stand up and realize that we have to get past this in order to work together. If I had to guess, we're probably about a year away from that. Just because everyone seems to be about a year behind on things. So, we have Coffee Talk with Sandra says, I can't agree to disagree, but apparently she's just joking. And we have all these messages retracted from our mods. What's going on in... what's going on? John Up says tolerance is for the left. I disagree 100% with that. Like, what? Tolerance for what? For fucking transvestites fucking playing in men's and female sports? Yeah, I don't have no tolerance for that. Fuck that shit. But when it comes down to me and you having a disagreement, yeah, I'm not gonna kick you out of my fucking place, Joan Up. I did actually, I was on Joan Up's show, Sovereign Souls, Friday night on her on the Telegram channel over there, and we had a very good time. We went over, she asked me 17 questions. So if you want to get to know me a little bit more, you can go watch that replay. Space Force Lives, Space Force. I always mess this up. She's gonna punch me one of these times. Oh, I'm still breaking. This is some sticky weed, guys, and it's so I'm just breaking it up slowly. You know, you can't rush. You can't rush something good. You can't rush something good. We have what's coming up this week? What's going on in your life? What do I have going on in this upcoming week? I don't know. I'm gonna drink a sip of this coffee. Zanae, could you please delete that to where you said the news blast is on Twitter. Enoch is not back on Twitter. Yes. The news blast is also back over on Discord as well. Can you guys hear my crickets tonight? It's a warm, nice warm summer, late summer evening here in Michigan. It's very, very nice. I have all the windows open. Starting to see all the leaves fall off my black walnut trees. It's such a great season. Fall is. All right, bingo. I got it rolled. Got it rolled. Boop, 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 boop. Now is the time to hear me cough. BACAFA. BACFA. Welcome. Let's go over some news blasts, shall we? Let me see something here. I gotta fix this. Alright, how's this look? Friday, October 1st. This is all news that happened this last Friday. United States Postal Service to slow delivery starting October 1st. Biden signs funding bill to prevent government shutdown. Austin, Texas police to stop responding to non-emergencies. Two people killed after helicopter and plane collide midair in Chandler, Arizona. Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh tests positive for COVID-19. Sotomayor denies New York City's teachers' plea to block vaccine mandate. Military veteran creates nonprofit to get Americans and allies out of Afghanistan. Brian Laundrie's last contact with sister Cassandra in question. House Oversight Republicans probe D.C. Mayor Bowser for rise in violent crime. China sends 38 fighter planes toward Taiwan on National Day. School board group asked Biden to use Patriot Act against parents. Britain deploys the army to supply petrol to amid fuel crisis. I can't even talk tonight. Newsom orders COVID-19 vaccine for students in California. Australia's Gladys Berejiklian quits as New South Wales Premier. Bank of America customers nationwide report issues. Preliminary injunction filed in Trump's class action suit against Twitter. Trump calls for Texas audits. Arizona GOP senator who opposed audit resigns. Matthew 16:26. And what is your favorite dad joke? Let me hear your favorite dad jokes. I'll read them off if you guys put them in chat. Thursday, September 30th, News Blast. Biden signs last-minute deal to avoid government shutdown. Shakira attacked by a pair of wild boars. Britney Spears posts nudes. Declassified State Department report says crickets are the cause of Havana syndrome. Fucking right. Panama warns of looming Haitian migrant wave. Tens of thousands on the way. Iran state media promotes a video of Heels Up Harris not pushing back on Israel ethnic genocide claim. Durham targets Clinton campaign law firm in fresh round of subpoenas. Senate confirms eco-terrorist linked Biden nominee who endorsed population control. New York City teachers file emergency request with Supreme Court to block vaccine mandate. Department of Justice watchdog Horowitz reveals over 200 errors in FBI FISA applications. New body cam video released of the Gabby Petito Moab, Utah traffic stop. January 6th Select Committee subpoenas Stop the Steal rally organizers. Sheriff Grady Judd announces 16 arrests after child porn sting. Representative Chip Roy introduces legislation to block fines for Biden vaccine mandates. Romans 16:20. And have you ever been to Japan? All right. Just two. We're going to go back. We're back. And let me get back to chat. Let's see what's going on with the chat. Oddest member. How you doing? Howdy, sir. A Gray says it's been raining there all day. That's horrible. Sativa, indica, or hybrid? It's a hybrid I got here. It's a 85% indica, 15% sativa. It doesn't have a name. It just has a experimental number. We have ZSS Newsblast readings makes Enoch go into serious voice. I'm developing like a radio voice, Z. If you haven't noticed, when I decide to read something now, I am totally finding out that I do change the way I talk when I read something. I didn't do that on purpose to begin with, but it must be something you just tend to do. Diane M in chat says, I have black walnut trees too. I put the sinkable green walnut balls in 100% proof vodka for 6 months, then remove them from the jars. Makes edible iodine. Keep sunlight out of the jar. Look up the recipe. 10-4. BACFA says we need a constitutional amendment to banish the continuing resolution of forced fiscal accountability. Absolutely. Pyanon says the inventor of the knock knock joke won the Nobel Peace Prize. Anytime someone mentions hair, my dad has to say, that's neither hair nor there. Pyanon is dropping some Japanese in chat and says that he has been to Tokyo. I saw an ad for, Joan Up says I saw an ad for burial plots and thought to myself, this is the last thing I need. People are dying to get them, Pi says. Look at you guys go with your dad jokes. You guys are just rocking it. Alright, so some people that follow me long enough know that I do tell jokes sometimes, and but the thing is, I don't remember jokes to tell jokes. They're always like spur of the moment, situational, puns. Otherwise, I would have some jokes to add here, but I really don't have them. Last few weeks, I've been talking about the Gabby Petito case. So I might as well just give you a little bit of update since last week. Again, I'm not going to give you the backstory, because I've covered that already. But we have, it's come to, Dog the Bounty Hunter is on the case, and he determined that the family, Brian Laundrie's parents and Brian Laundrie, went camping at a campground twice in the time frame between September 1st and September 11th. And those dates are important because September 1st was the day that Brian Laundrie returned to Florida with Gabby Petito's van, and without Gabby, and September 11th being the day that Gabby was finally reported missing. So in that time frame, her parents were scheduled. The family were scheduled to go camping twice, canceled one of them, and went camping the second time. But it was also revealed that Cassandra Laundrie went camping with them too, and she was already on the record saying that she hadn't had contact with Brian since he got back, which seems to catch her in a lie. So not only were our Brian Laundrie's parents helping cover up Brian Laundrie's tracks, but apparently his sister is helping as well. So that is my only update on the Brian Laundrie case, the Gabby Petito case. How's that joint going? How is that joint going? You guys, I spent all day today freaking designing things. Like, I'm not a graphic designer, but I wanted to, where I'm doing that contest for the Green Dragon Worldwide logo, and I wanted to submit a concept for it. So I've been working today on that, and I also I decided that it would be like the timing on, like, just like memes, the timing on things is very important. And with the "Let's Go Brandon" chant going around, I thought I can't pass the opportunity to try to get that on a shirt somehow. So I worked on just a really stupid, simple design that I can get in my Enoch News Blast store too, so people at home can actually get some "Let's Go Brandon" apparel. And if you guys look at my Telegram or my Gab right now, that red image with Trump saying "Let's Go Brandon," that is what I came up with. So cheesy and simple, but that's what I'm going with, and I'm gonna put it on a shirt. So it was just boring work today. A lot of boring work. A couple weeks ago, you guys caught me. I was talking about canning tomatoes. Well, tonight I actually got to eat. I told you I was making some chili starter and some marinara starters, and tonight I got this. Well, last night I got to make a pot of chili for the first time, and tonight, of course, there was leftovers. And why is it chili is always better on the second night? Chili is 100% better on the second night that you have it. I don't know if everybody can agree with me on that, because there seems to be a lot of controversy just when it comes down to chili in general. You have a group that doesn't like, you have the beans and no beans people. And then you have, I'm in Michigan, and like someone had to explain to me what Skyline chili was. And like that has some unique ingredients that I'm always perplexed with hearing about as well. I think it has like cinnamon and chocolate in it or something like that. Yeah, chat, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But those are it's interesting to see how the different parts of the world, or just the different states here in the United States, all make chili differently. Like, I would straight up love to just go on a chili tour. Like, some people go on a barbecue tour or whatever, and you can go get, you're going to get your Kansas or your Texas or your South Carolina barbecue. Like, it's you can totally do it with chili too. You can 100% do it with chili. The chili I made has a lot of When you eat something that's spicy, you can there's spice that that hits you right away, and then there's the spice that builds up over time. Like the more you eat of it, the spicier it gets. And the chili I make is the upfront chili. Like the first bite you take, you're like, whoa, this is a little spicy, but it doesn't ever get spicier than that. It's those chilies that creep up on you, that spice that creeps up on you. That's what gets you. That's what gets you. Welcome to the chat, Joe Cool Vet. You know what? Joe's probably has a really cool vet. That'd be my guess. Joe has a really, really cool vet. All right, I'm gonna ask. It's half an hour into my stream. We got a half an hour to go, and I want you guys in chat to try to think of a serious question to ask me. Like, what would you want my opinion on? Uh, I have a very unique way of thinking or looking at things, and I want to utilize that in these live streams. Like, I would um, I'm not asking for oh no, Enoch's asking us to ask a question. Like, what is your favorite hair color on women? You know, I'm not really interested in those type of questions. Like, if you can really think of something that if you don't have anything, don't put anything. But that's what I'm interested in with these Enoch Sunday smoke shows. I want to rant, I want to smoke my joint, and then I want to hear some interesting questions where might be able to get some unique perspectives out in the open and discuss them. Have a nice little weed chat, if you will. Let's get stoned and really fucking look at things. Oh. Love for All Trumpet B says, let's go, Brandon. Yes, chili is definitely better the next day. BACFA says chili has to meld. Must have beans. Z doesn't like chili because all the ingredients touch each other. So she likes deconstructed chili. That's where you have the beans in one section, you have a little pile of meat in another section, you have some cooked vegetables in another section, you have a little pile of jalapeno and red pepper in another section. Is that what you're talking about? Is that chili to you, Z? Joan Up says she uses 3 different meats, tequila and beer in her chili. I don't think she's having chili. I think she's just having a good time. Also, you should invite us. Invite us over, Joan Up, to have some tequila, beer, 3-meat chili. Delaware Mom says she has a million weed-related questions. Well, hey, it's a smoke show. Hey, that's what Z said. It's a smoke show. Delaware Mom. So it's an inside joke with me and my friends. Sometimes we play anytime we're in public like this, we play this game called Who's the Fed, right? And the way you just asked me, where do you get your weed? I'm guessing some of us in chat are playing the game Who's the Fed right now. Oh, don't bogart that joint, DL says. Hey, I don't have anybody to pass it to. I'm gonna 100% smoke a joint to my head. I'm gonna ask a question. Delaware mom. Here I'm in Michigan. Uh, we went medicinal marijuana like 8 years ago, and then 2 years after that we went recreational. So we are everybody is allowed to grow 12 plants legally if they would like. Um, and I'm actually in the medicinal marijuana business. So I'm not growing recreationally. Um, the business I am is specifically to help people that need it, whether it's people going through chemo, people dealing with chronic pain, people dealing with recovering from surgeries, etc. There's insomnia. I'm out there to help people. I'm not in the recreational game. Zane says she's not the Fed. I think she's the Fed then. I fucking have a Fed for a moderator. Fuck. 13th generation patriot. What do you think is going on with all the mixed messages, opinions about upfront our leaders in our movement, Flynn, Powell, Lynn, etc.? This is something I'm okay with talking about this. First of all, Flynn, and these are opinions. Anything I state is opinion, but guess what? Sometimes my opinion is going to upset people, and I'll just tell this story to begin with. I was promoting the Green Dragon project, and there was a large account that invited me into their voice chat one night to talk about it, and he had previously interviewed Lynn Wood, so I thanked him for. I was just like, I was like, that must be awesome, that you interviewed Lynn Wood. I was like, even though I'm not a fan, okay. Well, I ended up getting kicked from the channel for saying that I wasn't a fan of Lynn Wood. So first of all, to answer your question, I'm Glover, I think it's very important that none of us hold any of them, even Trump himself, up onto such a high standard that we change our personal relationships that we have with our members of our community. I believe it's very important that for the unity aspect of things, that we understand if someone's a fan of Lynn Wood or not, or a fan of Flynn or not, or a fan of Powell or not, that if we're in the same state, in the same voting line, we're going to be voting for the same people that support the same policies that we do. And I think that's the most important part. And if there's not those people, we need to get together locally and start putting these people into power. And so, with that said, I'm 100% on board with what Flynn's doing. I don't even mind that most of everything he does is for money, and that's because of his outstanding legal fees that he went through during the almost 3 years being targeted by the corrupt FBI. So there's absolutely ways to do things and ways not to do things. So it's my personal opinion that I support General Flynn. Sidney Powell, I have been outspoken for, and a number of people in this chat, can verify that as an anon, like I'm not an anon anymore, but when I was an anon, the best thing about it is you can judge people based on the content of what they say, and not necessarily who they are. So therefore, when I was like back in the Twitter days, and like I had General Flynn following me, I had Sidney Powell follow me, I had all of his legal team following me. And the thing is, I wasn't afraid to let them know if something they said was something I had disagreed with. So even if you say something about it publicly, so this infighting, or whatever people want to call it, this divisiveness that comes with like totally breaking down tribal, or breaking our conservative side of things into a tribal mentality, is absurd to me. It's absolutely absurd to me. I'm to the point now where I'm going to stand shoulder to shoulder with someone that thinks that fucking we have the Intergalactic Federation of Light in charge, and on my other shoulder that thinks JFK Jr. is alive and is going to take in charge. I don't believe either one of those things, but I will stand shoulder to shoulder with them right now to move forward in our community, because we actually do want the same policies. We want America first. We want a strong border. We want to stop human trafficking. We want to stop pedophilia. We want to save the children, etc. So if people want to get all butthurt if someone says you're not a fan of someone or you don't like someone's policy about something, really that's okay. People, that's just in general, that's okay. And I'm not yelling at anybody in this chat. It's just I'm so glad that you asked a question that made me actually start talking about something like that, because it's very important to me that we can move forward together. Like I said, I'm seeing it with our patriots overseas. If they can do it, we can do it. I'm going to scroll back because I ranted there for a second. Delaware mom says she can wish she can grow her own, but she's not in Delaware and that she's not the Fed. But 52% of people think there's not a Fed here so far on the poll. Was the best part of a brisket? The burnt ends, dude. Come on. I mean, like you got a. I mean, like you got a snack on that. Like that's like the if the tenderloin on a venison is the best part of a deer, the burnt ends are the best part of a brisket. Can you make the High Pockets? First of all, thanks for joining chat. Can you make FECO? Break it down what FECO is, because either I don't know what it is or I've never heard it called that. One of the two. And talking like Yoda, you are. Do you have advice for making edibles? Delaware mom says. Yeah, use can of butter. You want to use can of butter. When you make can of butter, you want it to use butter that has the highest fat content that you can get. The higher the fat content and the more marijuana you use when you make your can of butter, the more potent your edibles will be. And then by making can of butter, you can just basically use anything that's uses butter. And you want to make sure you decarb your marijuana first. If you don't know what I mean, look it up, because that's a very important part when making edibles. Maybe the most important part. Matt DePerno mentioned the original Green Dragon yesterday at a local speech. Sweet. That's here in Michigan. Bayanan says Delaware mom can get my weed by moving to Michigan, getting a legal medicinal marijuana card, and becoming a patient. That is absolutely correct. That is absolutely correct. All right, so you say FECO. It sounds a lot like Rick Simpson oil, the High Pockets 15. If you have a really serious form of cancer, what we do up here is we make Rick Simpson oil for those people. And what Rick Simpson oil is the most concentrated version of a concentrate there is. And what makes it special is it doesn't separate the CBDs or THC or any of the other cannabinoids. It actually concentrates all of the cannabinoids that are found in the plant together, and all of them have different properties when it comes down to either preventing, shrinking, or eliminating, killing cancer cells. So those are three ways marijuana actually helps to fight against cancer. It helps people with their chemo, because chemo weakens you, it takes away your appetite, and marijuana notably gives you the munchies. So that's also a very good thing. Shevzin Kristani says hello to Audis member. and she'll pour you a real cup of coffee sometime. Does making butter require a machine, or you just add decarb flour and oil? Use a pressure cooker would be the best. Find out the pressure cooker way, or if you got an Instapot and you're making small batches, you can do it that way too. Since it's legal like in everywhere almost, probably except for, I think it's 28, 29 states now. There's lots of YouTube content. So if just search for make potent can of butter, and there will be many ways, and almost all the ways to make it more potent. We'll use a pressure cooker or an Instapot. We're at 60%. There's no Fed here. 40% think there is out of 25 votes. I'm just reading your guys' chat. Soyukaza, welcome to the chat. I cannot read what you wrote there, but Pyanon might be translating. I hope he's translating that for us. So I read news blast this last week that Japan has got a new prime minister. Is that what you call it over there in Japan? And do we actually have a Japanese anon here in chat? How do you feel about your new prime minister? Because I do not know anything about him yet. And I also read in the news this last week that you guys have lifted all your COVID restrictions in Japan as well. So I do pay attention to what's going on over there. Maybe not so much on your local levels, but it is definitely important enough for me to keep an eye on. I don't know what a drumstick tree is. She7 asked, "Hey Enoch, you got any drumstick trees?" I don't know. So he says he's sorry, but he only can write a little bit of English. It doesn't matter. We appreciate you here. Everyone toss some hearts into the chat for our Soyu. I'm probably butchering the name, but how about that? I'm even going to come down here and find a heart to throw in there. But they have it's all medical fucking emojis? What's up with this? And jeez. Here, I'm going to put a smiley face with a heart. You guys are doing good. There's a lot of... I don't know if I think I might have gotten really stoned off that joint, guys. Just to let you know, I usually don't go that long without saying anything. In one of these live chats, and it was almost like I treated it like I was in a Zoom meeting. I was just sitting here, kind of forgetting that I was live. I hope that I wasn't starting picking my nose or anything like that. You guys are great. Places. If you guys like my show, please come over and check out Coffee Talk with Sandra on D Live on Tuesdays and on Thursdays specifically. She does other content. Of course, you can go check her out there. But on Tuesdays and Thursdays, her and I go live for an hour. 2 hours. 2 hours each day. On Tuesdays, we do our first hour where we just bullshit with each other. Keep it light, try to keep it entertaining. And then the second hour, we do live meme contest judging, which I believe is a very unique thing to be live streamed. And it's going to pick up. It's going to go viral one of these days. People are going to be like, cool, someone's doing live meme judging. That's badass. Well, you can find it over on Night Shift with Enoch and Sandra on Tuesday nights. And on Thursday nights, again, it's a 2-hour show. And the first hour is just us hanging out, me and Sandra, entertaining each other. And then the second hour of the show, we do News Blast Trivia. So if you ever want to come on the show and be a News Blast Trivia contestant, don't be afraid to stand up. Because we bring in 2 new contestants each week, and they go against the person who won it the week before. There's really no prizes at all. Well, there is for the meme contest. You'll be able to be interviewed by Sandra on one of her shows, or come on and do a show with Sandra. But for the trivia, what you win is be able to come back next week. And this last week was a lot of fun. Because Joan Up and Space Force Spiff had the week off of their shows, and so I invited them over to be contestants on the Newsflash Trivia. And so not only are they siblings, which I thought it would be great to put them against each other, but they do a show together. So I just thought it was double awesome. So again, thank you guys for showing up and doing that on Thursday. And you're going to have to go watch the episode to see who won that. Uh-oh, we got Sandra talking. Look at her over there. She is putting it down in the chat. All right, Pionon, thank you for translating that chat earlier. It said, "Hello, I'm from Japan. Thank you very much. I'm praying." And there's a lot of people in the chat that let you know that we're praying for you guys as well. Oh, and Z says Enoch doesn't puff pass unless he's camping. And for anybody that's went camping with me, you're gonna find out that's very untrue. I don't pass my weed. Like it's been legal here for so long that anybody that does smoke usually has their own. And I just smoke whenever I want to. Like the days of having to pass a joint around are kind of over for me. They have been for a number of years. No, that doesn't mean I'm a prick. I will literally roll you up one of my joints and give it to you, or give you some of my weed to smoke. Like there's I'm not bogarting anything. Like I'll hook you up. There's people that can verify that I actually do that as well. Oh, I got some really good Honey Crisp apples this week. They're some of the juiciest ones I've ever had. I stuck them in the refrigerator, and they've been like my. I'm probably getting the munchies right now. That's why I'm talking about this. They've been one of the best snacks for me all week. I just go to the fridge, get a freaking cold, juicy Honey Crisp apple, and just snack on it. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I have a friend that was telling a story. Um I'm just gonna share this story because it's something to share and it made me laugh. But you guys have those friends that are just like, oh my gosh, like I was gonna go leave somewhere, but I went outside and I heard this crazy sound coming from the woods, and then I went back inside and I didn't want to go back up to my car or something because I was all by myself and it was dark and I don't know what that crazy sound was. I don't know why, but that always cracks me up when that happens. Like, and I shouldn't laugh about that because like, what if it was something freaking crazy? Uh, but living out in the woods like I do, I've lived out in the woods now for almost 7 years, and there's still noises that I hear out there that I've never heard before. Uh, it is freaking weird, and I have friends that live in the city that I can't even get to go hiking with me or go out into the woods with me because people are actually literally that scared of the woods. Um, so it's probably wrong of me to think that that's actually that funny. But it is. It was really funny to me. Z says she's terrified of the dark. If she has to go outside, she runs her ass off to where she needs to be and back again. She says that uh, Trumpet B says she loves the way I say snack. Have a snack. Do I say that with an accent? She's 7. I have a nice deep well. It's actually over 70 feet deep. We have amazing well water here in Michigan. I understand not everywhere in the country has good well water. But Michigan, we have actually our well water is so good. Nestle has Ice Mountain Company here bottling our well water. um, what else? Firewood? No, we use propane. I use propane. And what else did you say there? Let me go look. Is it cold? No, it's very warm tonight. It's actually very nice. It's very nice. I would freak out. Armadillo? Those are some cool animals. Like, are they anything to freak out about? She's 7. Are armadillos really anything to freak out about? All right, everybody. This has just been an hour of hanging out. I do this every week. If you enjoyed yourself even for one second, come back next week and hang out with me again. But make sure you bring one to roll because here we are. It's Enoch Sunday Smoke Show, and that's it. Next episode is episode 17. So come back next week. Peace.